Hello, everyone, and welcome to WUB Network, America's sports leader, the NCAA tournament in action. Here in the South region, you have Villanova Wildcats taking on the SEC champions, Alabama Crimson Tide. Alabama, the only SEC team getting in. Kentucky just missing out behind Seton Hall. So Alabama will be in action here against the Big East champs, Villanova. Should be a fun game in the South region. Second tournament game. South region, North Carolina, Virginia Tech, the other two teams. Meaning that we could see a Duke-North Carolina Final Four matchup in store. But Villanova, obviously a good team, and Alabama's got an experienced coach in Avery Johnson. Jalen Brunson should be one to watch for the Wildcats. So we'll just have to see how it all shapes up here. So this is the NCAA tournament, second game here. This one coming from the southern region. Alabama in the south. A little bit of a surprise that Villanova is in the south. Southern region, this game live from Phillips Arena, as it'll be Villanova, the Wildcats, facing the Alabama Crimson Tide. As we're just about ready to get going here. Let's take a look at your groups. Brunson, Booth, Samuels, Cosby, Roundtree, and Pascal for Villanova. Avery Johnson Jr., John Petty, Fuller, I believe Giddens, and one other are in that starting lineup for the Crimson Tide. As the opening tip. And we're underway in the southern region. Smith takes it and he gives it over to Avery Johnson Jr. With it is Johnson, replacing Colin Sexton as the new point guard until this working in. He's going to back up slightly. 10 to shoot. Smith from the free throw line. Short rebound taken in by Cosby Roundtree. Inside to Samuels. Samuels into the corner. That's Jalen Brunson, Big East player of the year, second place behind Miles Powell. Booth inside. Pascal can't finish. Rebound by Giddens. Here's Avery Johnson Jr. into the corner. 4-3. Too strong from Petty, who gets his own rebound, though, as Villanova couldn't secure it. Johnson Jr. back to Giddens. Petty now on the right side. Back to Johnson Jr. Thinks about the three, decides better of it. Now it's going to be Fuller with it with 10 to shoot. Fuller over to Giddens. Giddens pivots. Johnson. Petty. Back to Giddens. 5 to shoot. Petty. Nice defense from Villanova. Giddens chucks up a three, and it's short. Rebound by Cosby Roundtree. Inside to Samuel. Samuel, the floater, no good. Rebound Fuller, and remains scoreless. Petty shot off balance. That's the first bucket, and Alabama has a 2-0 lead. Alabama, the lone SEC team. Of course, the lone Big East team left as Villanova after Seton Hall's quick departure after the loss to Duke. That's swiped away by Smith. Here comes Johnson Jr. being chased. He's going to slam it down, and the foul by Cosby Roundtree. And Alabama can go up 5 here. Nice play right there. Watch this by Avery Johnson Jr. Not afraid by the footsteps behind and throws it down. So let's just take a quick look at some of the key players. First for Alabama, John Petty, Landon Fuller, one to watch, Galen Smith, Daniel Giddens. You've got Herb Jones, Armon Davis, Braxton Key all off that bench. On the other side, Jalen Brunson, Phil Booth, of course, Jermaine Samuels, Demir Cosby Roundtree, Eric Pascal, and then don't forget about Michael Bridges off that bench. Same for DJ Kane. Johnson rattles home the free throw, make it 5-0 the score. Alabama on top with 3:21 to go. Next tournament game will be UConn, the top seed in the Midwest region after their strong performance in the AAC, taking on Baylor as Eric Paschal finishes and puts the Wildcats on the board. It's 5-2 the score. Giddens over to John Petty. Luke Fuller. Fuller over back to Giddens. Petty back to Avery Johnson Jr. Giddens around to Fuller. Fuller back Johnson. Petty with it. Petty forces one up as the shot clock expires. No good. Rebound taken in by Jermaine Samuels. Villanova with the ball. Down 5-2, nearing the halfway point in the opening quarter. Phillip Booth over to Jalen Brunson. Booth sets the screen. Brunson comes around the left side. Back to Cosby Roundtree. Samuels, 7 to shoot now. Booth fires over Cosby Roundtree. Samuels back to Brunson. Brunson to Booth. Booth to tie. Short. Rebound taken in by Smith. Here comes Avery Johnson Jr. Johnson for 3. No good. Rebound Phillip Booth. 3-point lead. Cosby Roundtree finishes. Demir Cosby Roundtree makes it 5-4. I'll be intrigued to see when Michael Bridges gets in on the action for Villanova. He'll definitely be one to watch coming off that bench. John Petty over to Avery Johnson Jr. High BD 249. Avery Johnson Jr. Spins, pivots, kicks back Smith. Now Petty with it. Petty to the corner. Fuller. Fuller pacing Smith. Johnson Jr. Johnson chucks up the 3. No good. A lot of misses here early on for both sides. 1.5 minutes remaining in the opening frame. 5-4. A steal by Smith. Here comes Luke Fuller. Fuller loses it. Smith gets it back. Now fires Avery Johnson Jr. Fuller to Smith. Around to John Petty. Petty inside Giddens. Giddens backing in hard. Giddens puts it up. Can't finish. Gets his own rebound. And drops it in to make it 7-4. Nice shot right there by Daniel Giddens to make it 7-4. Booth over to Jermaine Samuels. Under a minute now in the opening quarter. Samuels. Demir Cosby Roundtree can't finish. Fighting for the rebound. Paschal gets it and puts the putback in. 7-6 now. 47 seconds on the clock. Giddens over to John Petty. Johnson Jr. thinks about the 3, decides much better of it. Daniel Giddens. Johnson Jr. gets free and banks the shot home from 14, and it's 9-6 now. Alabama leads. Here's Phillip Booth with it. Booth a down low to Paschal, who cannot finish. That ball tried every way to get in, but Landon Fuller corrals the miss. Fuller, long outlet pass to John Petty, who finishes at the rim, and it's 11-6 Alabama. Shot clock is off now. Let's see, it looks like Villanova's just going to hold for that last shot. Driving in his Booth. Booth steps back, the jumper is good from the left side. Make it 11-8. Still time for a good shot. 4 seconds. Avery Johnson crossed half court. Chucks one up at the buzzer. Oh, almost hit it. But a nice first quarter for Alabama. Little sloppy from both teams. But the Crimson Tide, the SEC champs, come out strong. 11-8 is the score. You're watching the NCAA tournament on WUB Network, America's sports leader. Second quarter about to get underway in the South region here from Phillips Arena. Michael Bridges. Inbounds. And up the floor, here comes Villanova. Mac Jones, Giddens, Davis, and Key, the 5. Out there. As Paschal can't finish. Key the rebound. Here comes Jones. Davis. Davis with Bridges all over him. And that's going to be a travel on Davis, and it will be Villanova basketball. Bridges gets it into Ryan Reserve, and up the court, here he comes. Reserve over to Gillespie into the corner. Penetrating are the Wildcats. B can't finish. Jones the rebound. Here comes Mack the other way. Mack puts it up over reserve, and he gets it to go, and it's a 5-point game. 13-8 the score, and here comes reserve with it. Over to Painter. Painter works. Nice spin move, almost loses his dribble. Pascal makes the nice dribble drop and then puts it in, and it's 13-10. Alabama on top. This game looking like it's about a 3 to 5 point lead for Alabama. We'll see who can change that first. Davis gets free for three, no good. Michael Bridges gets the rebound. Now watch for Bridges to try to do something big here. Bridges over to reserve. Reserve gets it back. Steps back. The shot. No good. Rebound by Key. Here comes Mack the other way. Into the right corner. That's Davis. That's too far to the left. Michael Bridges gets the rebound. Fast pace right now. Fastest we've really seen all game. But Bridges, just as I say, that slows things down. A 3 would tie it here for the Wildcats. Painter inside. Bridges puts it in. 13-12. So Alabama is the 2 seed here in the South, whereas Villanova is the 3. Remember, this is a tournament, a lot of surprising teams missing. Big 3 missing. Gonzaga, Kansas, Kentucky all missing the tournament as Mack throws it down hard at the basket. What a dunk right there to make it 15-12 by Tevin Mack. He's got 4 points already, and it's 15-12 on top. Here's Ryan Reserve with it. Reserve spins. What a move! But that's going to be short. Pascal gets the rebound. Can't get it to go. And Daniel Giddens gets the rebound. Davis takes it across the midcourt line. He's got it at the elbow. Kicks Giddens. Giddens trying to post up Painter. Fader, short. Left it a little too low. Rebound by Michael Bridges. Remember, this is North Carolina's region. Then you've got Duke's region, UConn's, and Arizona's as Bridges blows by. The nice screen from Painter to make it a 1-point game, 15-14. A minute and 55 seconds till the break. Key over to Davis. Davis back to Mack. Tevin Mack over to Key. Mack gets the ball. Jumper is no good. A little too strong. Rebound by Pascal. Here comes Ryan Reserve with it. Kicks back Painter. Gillespie. Gillespie step back 3 is good. What a shot. Gillespie puts Villanova on top for the first time all game. It's 17-15 Wildcats. Timeout Avery Johnson. What a shot right there by Gillespie to get free. And Colin Gillespie makes it a 17-15 lead for the Wildcats. Now play Heat 3 another time. Whole bunch of changes here for Villanova. Brunson, DJ Kane, Samuels, Crosby, Roundtree, and Painter the 5. Avery Johnson Jr.'s in. Norris getting his first play. Landon Fuller's also back in. 5 to shoot here for Alabama, trying to get their lead back. Avery Johnson Jr. Landon Fuller for the lead. Short. Rebound by Painter. Here comes DJ Kane with it for Villanova. Kane finds Jalen Brunson. Brunson. So far in this tournament, the star players like Zion Williamson and Miles Powell have been quiet. Jalen Brunson trying to break through here. Finds Samuels. Now drop off Painter. Back to Brunson. Kane for 3. Can't hit. Rebound Smith. 12 seconds separate shot clock and game clock here. Avery Johnson Jr. Over to Smith. Now Norris into the corner. Jones. Back to Johnson Jr. Smith pivots Norris. Norris thinks about the 3. Fuller puts it in and we're tied. 20 seconds to go in the opening half. Jalen Brunson bringing it up for Villanova. Watch for Gillespie to try to get open here. Over to Jermaine Samuels. He's got 5 seconds. Samuels with 4. Samuels works in 3 seconds. Steps back from the free throw line. Rolls in at the buzzer, and Villanova will carry a lead into the break. How about the lucky roll there? And it's 19-17 Wildcats in a first half that was dominated by the Crimson Tide till the very end. It will be a good second half coming up in just a moment here. This is the NCAA Tournament on WUB Network, America's sports leader. So you see with Villanova, Cosby Roundtree's been strong. A lot of players have performed very well on both sides. Avery Johnson Jr. with that big dunk and one. You see rebounding pretty close. Eric Pascal's been strong. Galen Smith has done some good things for Bama. Remember, this is for an Elite Eight spot against presumably Nasir Little and North Carolina. That's going to be an interesting game to watch. Virginia Tech could maybe pull off the upset. Will we see a 4 seed beat a 1 seed? We're just going to have to wait and see. So all 15 of the 16 are from any of the Big 6 conferences. And then we've got the one at-large bid that was given to UConn, who got that pretty handily over American Christian and Murray State. As we're ready to go, just a quick look at the statistics before we get going in the second half. Avery Johnson Jr. with 5 points, John Petty with 4, Tevin Mack with 4 as well. Only 3-pointer made in the game was by Colin Gillespie. Michael Bridges with 4 already, Pascal with 6. And how about Jalen Brunson, scoreless so far? He's not actually attempted a shot. Villanova's going to need him to step up here in these final 10 minutes. As up comes Brunson, and we're underway here in the second half. Brunson working on Avery Johnson Jr. Brunson backing in, drives the runner, no good. Rebound Daniel Giddens. Here comes John Petty running it up along the left sideline. Mid-range J is good, and we're tied at 19. Nice penetration there to get things going quickly for the Crimson Tide. Brunson, screen set by Pascal. He tried to get free. Now Cosby Roundtree over to Jermaine Samuels. Samuels, the fadeaway 2 is short. Brunson reached over his head to tip that one in. And Jalen Brunson on the board, and Villanova is right back up by 2. Here's Giddens, over to Petty. Back to Johnson Jr. Over to Fuller. Fuller. Screen set. Avery Johnson Jr. wide open for 3, but he misses. Rebound by Booth. Villanova looking for their biggest lead. Here comes Phillip Booth with it, but he's met by John Petty. Back to Samuels. Thought about a 3. Drives in. Lays it up. No good. Rebound Pascal. Landon Fuller all over him, and that's going to be a shooting foul. He was in the act of shooting. John Petty picks it up, and to the line goes Pascal, the leading scorer with 6 points. First free throw misses. Can't be missing free throws this late in the game. And he goes 0 for 2 from the line. Giddens grabs it. Here comes Landon Fuller with it. Fuller crossover move. Moves to the corner. Fuller kicks back Johnson. Now over to John Petty for 3. No good, out of bounds. That will be Villanova basketball. Some changes for both sides. In comes Michael Bridges. He'll replace Jermaine Samuels. Some changes as well on the other side. Mack, Davis, and Key replaced Petty, Smith, and Fuller. Booth over to Jalen Brunson. Booth sets the screen. Brunson's going to penetrate. Shot up. Little bit altered right there by Mack. Giddens corrals the miss. And up comes Avery Johnson Jr. across the midcourt stripe. At the 3-point line is Johnson. Moves to the right side. Kicks the corner. That's Davis for 3. That's going to be short. Didn't really have that great of a look. Michael Bridges wrestles it away. Bridges a talent here for this Philly-based squad as Bridges knocks it down on the step back. That's 6 off the bench, 3 of 3 shooting. Michael Bridges coming up big as Jalen Brunson has been pretty silent, and Villanova is their biggest lead, up 23-19. Will Villanova be the first lower seed to win a game as Avery Johnson Jr. puts it in? 7 points now for the son of the coach and former NBA point guard on the Dallas Mavericks, San Antonio Spurs, and New Jersey Nets. Phillip Booth over to Cosby Roundtree. Back to Booth. Booth over Brunson. Cosby back Booth. Booth for 3. In and out. Rebound Key. Now all of a sudden a chance to tie the game right back up for back over to Giddens. Here's Davis. Avery Johnson Jr. trying to get free. He gets the ball. 8 to shoot. Over to Davis. Davis straight on 3. Nails it! First points for him. And that makes it 24-23. Armand Davis. Jalen Brunson over to Booth. Oh, they got a guy wide open. They missed that. They had Samuels wide open, but now wide open in the lane. An easy lay-in for Booth. And Villanova takes the lead right back and makes it 25-24 with 1.5 minutes to go. Key to Davis. Davis over to Avery Johnson Jr. Here's Key. Back to Johnson. Johnson's going to be fouled in the act of shooting, and he'll go to the stripe. Jalen Brunson picks up the foul. First one falls, and we're tied at 25. Whole plethora of changes. DJ Kane, Painter, a lot of guys in here for Villanova. Second one falls. As here comes Colin Gillespie bringing the ball up. Gillespie, Kane, Bridges, Painter, and one other as Kane gets right to the basket and puts it in. DJ Kane gets on the board. It's 27-26 Wildcats. Jay Wright has to be happy with that. Jones over to Avery Johnson Jr. Back to Jones. Jones inside Key. Kicks back Smith. Jones over to Johnson. Back to Smith. 6 to shoot now. Johnson back to Jones. Here's Smith. Johnson Jr. Norris kicks back. Jones for 3. In and out. Rebound Bridges. 35 seconds now on the clock. Way back there for 3. DJ Kane, no. Painter, the rebound. The putback, no. Third time, will it be the charm? No, but he will most likely get points. 80% free throw shooter, and he'll go to the line as Norris picks up the foul. Painter misses the first, though. Villanova has not hit a free throw yet. Whole bunch of changes. Cosby Roundtree to the bench. And it's 28-26. Actually, Cosby Roundtree stayed back in. Anyway, Landon Fuller gives it to John Petty. Fuller over to Jones. Jones. Petty from 3. No good. Rebound Painter. Shot clock is off. Cosby Roundtree to Gillespie. I imagine Villanova will hold for this final shot. 8 seconds. Jermaine Samuels with it. Samuels blows past. The floater is good. The high arcing shot. 30-26. 4 seconds now. Petty's going to chuck up like a half-court shot. He puts it up short, and that's going to end the third quarter. A big third quarter from Bridges, Kane, and Brunson. And just like that, it's 30-26 Villanova heading to the fourth. Can Villanova be the first upset here and knock off the SEC champs? We shall see. So the next game, as we said, is UConn and Baylor. So here we go. Fourth and final quarter about to get underway. Smith gives it to Petty, and off we go for the final 5 minutes here in the South region. Winner plays either North Carolina or Virginia Tech in the Elite Eight for a spot in the Final Four and to win the Southern region. A lot of good teams in this region. And that's a kicked ball violation. A lot of people are arguing that this side of the bracket that has Duke, Louisville, North Carolina, Notre Dame, Villanova, much better than the other side that has Arizona, Texas, UConn, Oklahoma. And as we said, a lot of surprisers not in this tournament. Gonzaga, Kentucky, Kansas, among the major ones. But also Michigan, Providence, as the 3 as the shot clock expires doesn't go. Cosby, Roundtree, the rebound. Also Purdue, who came up just short of making the tournament. Murray State, we talked about. Michigan had a decent campaign as Norris tries to swipe it, but he's going to step out of bounds, and it will be Pacer ball. Arizona State had a good program a couple years ago with Sonny Slay leading that team to the Final Four, but they've really taken a step back. 2 Pac-12 teams got in, UCLA and Arizona. They're both in the West region. I'm actually excited to see Sharif O'Neal and UCLA taking on a very talented Michigan State team. As Samuels doesn't get the lucky bounce, Petty the rebound. Here comes John Petty with it. Samuels 2 of 6 from the field, really not having that great of a game. Neither has this guy, John Petty. Petty the floater, off balance, no, and Colin Gillespie will pick up the foul here with 3:53 to go in the final quarter. First free throw falls, 30-27. Gillespie makes it 2 for 2. 2-point game now, 3:50 to go. Here's Gillespie, over to Cosby, Roundtree, back Gillespie. Each team has 4 timeouts left, so expect them to be used. Gillespie's got 8 to shoot. Cosby, Roundtree has the ability to set a pick here. I don't know what Gillespie's doing. Now fires. Cosby, Roundtree for 3, no, and nobody went for the rebound except for Alabama. Now here comes John Petty. And the Crimson Tide can tie or even take the lead here. Avery Johnson Jr. on the bench. Others trying to step up. Jones drops it in. Landon Fuller, no good. Had a good look, but couldn't finish. Here comes DJ Kane. Kane, mid-range, knocks it down. It's 32-28 Wildcats. 3 minutes to go. Petty over Fuller. Back to Jones. Jones kicks it to Petty. Over to Norris. Petty for 3. Big shot for Alabama to stay in this. Timeout called. And actually, at this point in the game, there's only 1 timeout left for Villanova. 2 left for Alabama since the 4th quarter. So a timeout called there. And it's now 32-31 Villanova, who have the ball with 2 minutes, 48 seconds left on the clock. Pascal gets it into Jalen Brunson, and here we go. Brunson over to Booth. Booth into the corner. Step back. No good. Rebound Fuller. Here comes Alabama. Fuller into the corner. Avery Johnson Jr. knocks it down. Back-to-back trifectas by the Crimson Tide. First Perry, now Avery Johnson Jr., and it's 34-32 Alabama, who have their first lead since early on in the 3rd quarter. Jalen Brunson driving, fouled, and he'll go to the line. Galen Smith picks it up. Brunson a little winded after taking a shot there. First free throw drops, 34-33, 2:11 to go. That one rattles home as well. Tie game. 2 minutes, 11 seconds here. Here comes Jones with it. Jones, Fuller, Johnson, Perry, and Smith, the 5. Against Brunson, Cosby, Roundtree. As the jumper is good from Jones from the circle, and it's 36-34. Here's Booth with it. Phillip Booth driving. Puts it in the foul on Jones. Herb Jones picks it up as Booth puts in the nice floater. Look at this. Nobody was stopping him on that path to the basket. Yes, it's a close game as Booth puts it in. 37-36 Villanova. Remember, the winner will take on either North Carolina or Virginia Tech in the Elite 8. As it's stripped, really stupid play there by Herb Jones, as now with it, Brunson, the jumper, knocks it down. Big couple plays there, 5 quick points for Villanova, and they suddenly are up 39-36. Jones, the high arcer is good. Herb Jones makes it a 1-point game. Here comes Phillip Booth, under 90 seconds to play. Booth, jumper, no good. Rebound, Herb Jones. Here he comes for Alabama. They can really slow things down, and I think that's what they're going to do. Yes, I saw. Meanwhile, Jones, the step back, rattles it home. It bounced like 3 times, and the back iron went down. Now 50% shooting here, 8 for 16 in the second half for Bama, and they're up by 1. 1 minute on the clock. Driving. Nice pass to Pascal under the basket. He puts it in. 41-40. What a wild game this has been. Back and forth here in the final quarter. Jones the floater. No good. Rebound Phillip Booth. They're going to try to trap him, but Booth is going to come across anyway. Villanova can lock it up with a good play here. Pascal puts it in. Timeout, Avery Johnson. It's 43-40 with 36 seconds on the clock. What a stretch here for Villanova. It started with the 3-point play from Phillip Booth. And they are going off now. Booth's got to be the player of the game. 7 points, 3 boards, 4 assists, and has really stepped up when it's mattered most here in the fourth quarter. Perry's back in. It's the 5 starters, Giddens, Johnson, Perry, Fuller, and Smith, as Johnson's going to be fouled by Pascal. And he'll go to the stripe here. First one falls, 43-41, 34 seconds on the clock. Knocks down both. No timeout called here by Jay Wright. They're trying to trap Booth. He's going to get across though. Booth, jumper, no good. Rebound Giddens. Here comes Johnson. Over to Fuller. 2 seconds separate shot and game clock. Johnson stripped by Brunson, and he's going to be fouled. Oh, that was big. Brunson will go to the stripe here. First one falls, 44-42. Second one misses. Timeout, Avery Johnson. And this is going to be big now. 13 seconds on the clock. It's 44-42. So they'll inbound. What a wild fourth quarter that has been back and forth. Smith will throw it into Johnson. 12 seconds on the clock. Will Alabama go for the tie or for the win? We're about to find out. They miss! Rebound Brunson, and that's going to just about do it. Avery Johnson Jr., the son of the coach, misses at the basket. Unbelievable. And now Brunson goes to the stripe. 2 free throws can finish this off. Knocks down the first. Remember, no timeouts here for Alabama. Knocks it down, and that's going to just about do it unless they can draw a 4-point play somehow. Johnson, no good. Villanova with a huge fourth quarter propelled by Phillip Booth. Move on to the Elite Eight and knock out the SEC champion Alabama Crimson Tide 46-42. What a wild game. Pascal, Booth, Brunson all come up clutch at the end. Bridges and Kane added to the fun. And Avery Johnson Jr. missed a game-tying shot with 3 seconds left. So we move on as Villanova will face either North Carolina or Virginia Tech for a spot in the Final Four. Quick look at the statistics before we sign off. 14 points for Avery Johnson Jr., 11 for Petty, 6 for Herb Jones. On the other side, Pascal with 10, Brunson with 9, Booth with 7, Bridges with 6. We hope you enjoyed this broadcast on WUB Network, America's Sports Leader.